Okay, so the Ace of Swords. This is the very first card in the suit of swords in the Minor Arcana. And so we've got a hand extending out from the clouds, holding a sword with a crown at the top with some, I'm not sure what those are at the top, some leafy stuff coming down. um, this really is representing the idea of a new idea, the beginning of the element of air, which has to do with ideas, thoughts, words, communications. So this could very often represent the idea of a new idea. Also, sometimes when you pull this in a reading, it can represent the idea of you grasping your own power, the concept of using your thoughts in a very constructive way, partly towards this idea of manifestation and using your thoughts to manifest your reality. As everything begins in the mind, everything starts as an idea before it becomes anything else. So in that way, it can also represent the idea of raw power. So if you pull this in a reading, it really depends on the context, but it has to do with something new, and as well as power in general, the ability to make something new with the power of your own mind. So I think that's a pretty general overview. Oh, also this crown here. I feel that this crown, and I haven't heard this anywhere else, but I feel that the crown at the top is representing the idea and the tendency for the ego and the thinking mind to kind of place the crown on top of itself, to think that it is all that there is, to think that its ideas are always the best ideas, to always think that it is the most important character in this story of life. So it's kind of showing the tendency for the ego to run a little bit wild sometimes, as well as many other things. Again, it always depends on where it is when you pull it in the reading, and you have to allow the card to sort of speak to you as well. You can't just assume that because you pull this one card at one point that it means the same thing every time. You always got to take the general meaning and then kind of gaze at the card and allow it to speak to you and see what thoughts come into your mind as you're looking at it, and see and follow your intuition in that way, because tarot always involves your intuition more so than really anything else. The definitions are helpful, but really it's all about your own intuition and your own mind. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you're following along, then I'll see you in the next video where we talk about the Two of Swords. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.